Transforming quadratic functions is when you take the parent function y equals x squared and transform it using the graphing or vertex form y equals a x minus h squared plus k.
In the vertex form, there are a few new variables to learn. Let's begin with a. A controls how narrow or wide the parabola is, and it controls whether the parabola is up or down. If there isn't an a value, you can assume that it is 1, and all the parabolas will follow the pattern over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, over 1 up 5, and that will continue. The same pattern is followed even if it is a -1, but the points will go over 1 down 1 and carry on from there. H and K are the x and y coordinates of the vertex. H is always opposite of the real number. If the number is positive, then the x-coordinate would be negative. And the same thing for if the number is negative, then the x-coordinate will be positive. K is the y-coordinate of the vertex. You graph this point just the way you see it.
Let's do some practice problems to understand. We will start off by graphing the parent function y equals x squared. Because there isn't an h or k, the graph will start at 0, 0. The a value isn't present, so the graph will follow the pattern covered above. Over 1, up 1, over 1, up 3, and so on.
To step it up a level, let's graph the equation y equals x minus 4 squared plus 1. To start, we need to graph the vertex. In this problem, h equals -4 and k equals 1. H is always opposite, so the x-coordinate is going to be 4. K is the y-coordinate, so it is 1. The vertex is at 4, 1. There is no a value present, so we can assume that it is 1. Now follow the pattern of over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, and so on. This graph is 4 units to the right and 1 unit up from the parent function.
For something that is harder, let's graph y equals -3, x plus 6 squared minus 5. Let's graph the vertex. H equals 6 and k equals -5, so the vertex would be -6, -5, because h is always the opposite and k is always the same. Now that we have the vertex, we need to graph the rest. In this problem, a is -3, so there's a different rule for graphing the points. Instead of going over 1, up 1, we are going to go over 1, down 3, since a equals -3. You can multiply the y value of the pattern by a to plot the points. Going from the vertex, you would have a point at -5, -8, and -7, -8. Then from there, you can plot another point by going over 1, down 9, because the original pattern was over 1, up 3. You multiply the y value by -3 to get -9. You would have points on -4, -17, and -8, -17. The parabola is 6 units left of the parent function and 5 units down. It is also 3 times more narrower and flipped from the parent function.
To graph any parabola in vertex form, all you need to know is how to transform it from the parent function. H controls if the parabola is to the left or right of the parent function. K controls if the parabola is up or down from the parent function. And A controls how narrow or wide the parabola is compared to the parent. Thanks for watching.